Hey there, lurkers. What do you think about Fat Bear follow-up? T-Swift beats the man? The hottest Halloween costumes of 2023? And a few games.
Sounds to me like, hey, Willie.
Hey, what?
Are you ready?
For what?
To pop.
Pop what?
Popsicle! So I want to apologize to everybody right here off the bat. For those who are watching video, of course, my surroundings look a little different. I am going through some construction type phase in my basement. Also, I got a new desk and I'm playing around with the height. So if it looks like I'm in a small box, it's because I am.
Everybody, especially in our like early episodes when we did video, Scott, they were like, "Are you guys in a really small room?" And I think you're just going
storage container.
You're going full on to that meme. Scott is in a very small room. It's under the stairs. If you can notice there, that gray part back there is just the staircase to get into his house.
It's like Harry Potter. I live here when I'm recording. Speaking of new boxes, Willie, you got married. Congratulations.
Thank you. What's a new box? It does.
I'll let you infer.
What does that mean?
It's a prelude into our show with the wives that is coming up.
We're going to do something in a box with our wives?
By now, I hope you have.
Still haven't quite figured that one out yet. We're going to take our time. Gotta save room for Jesus.
That's right. Well, once you figure it out, you'll be a winner. Just like, ladies and gentlemen, and people of all other shapes and sizes, the fattest bear has been picked. And it is Grazer.
Scott's mom. What? Wait, hold on. Razor?
No. Grazer with a G.
Grazer. That's a missed opportunity. They could have put like razor blades on this bear's claws, so it's like a double claw attack.
I mean, if you see this bear, if you click that link and see this bear, that I don't think they need anything. That's like that joke, like where does a 500-pound bear sit? Anywhere it wants to, because holy cow, this thing
is
a bear
2.2 tons.
And it beat another bear called Chunk. So just think about that. The votes were 108,000 to 23,000. So this bear, well deserved, ran away with it as fast as it can run.
Yikes, that is a thick girl.
Anyway, what's this T-Swift thing? People are still talking about it. It's still going on. The script is real.
Do you think that Travis Kelce has put T-Swift on the map or vice versa?
I mean, if we're just looking at pure rock solid numbers, nobody knows who Travis Kelce is.
So somebody.
No, seriously though. Tell me the last time T-Swift went on a world tour this year, right? Like literally right now.
Yep.
Tell me the last time Travis Kelce went on a world tour, and you can't say he's a world champion of football because we haven't played any other planets.
I'm watching this TikTok about this guy who said, how big is the NFL versus Taylor Swift? Because there's absolutely no imaginable world where Taylor Swift is larger or more well-known than all of the NFL.
Hold on. I would argue that we're talking like hundreds of millions versus billions. Literal billions in terms of numbers when comparing the two.
But the thing that's so crazy is another person duetted this video and said, all right, let's do the numbers. They went to every NFL team's social media account across multiple platforms. They combined them together and said, you know what? That probably doesn't even include the people that aren't on social media and still watch. So let's double the number.
Oh my.
It came out to 180 million.
Yeah. Small.
Taylor
Pennies on
Swift
the
is at
dollar.
like 270 million just on Instagram.
Well, I think that just shows a big area of opportunity, an AOO, for NFL fans to get on board. Or, really, I mean, if we're talking about who's I think Roger somebody, I don't know his
Stone?
name because I don't care.
Federer?
Whoever the chairman of the NFL is,
Oh,
the guy that goes up in the draft, everybody boos. You know who I'm talking about if you listen to football or watch it or whatever. That guy should be talking with Taylor Swift's management company every fucking day.
yes.
He's like, this is what we need. We need all of these Swifties just from that Instagram account. Just from that one Instagram account to watch one game. And that one game is got to be the Super Bowl, which means
Do we
the
know who's
Chiefs
performing?
the Chiefs are going back to the Super Bowl, Willie. They have
Could you
to.
imagine if T Swift performed at the Super Bowl this year?
No, they've already got Usher for this year.
They should have got NSYNC.
They should have. Maybe next year. But there's a possibility of being able to say that Taylor Swift will be at the Super Bowl this year, cheering on her boyfriend. I think the Lions-Chiefs games, that first one that she showed up for, was like one of the most watched games of the season. If the Chiefs make it in, which I'm sure the script writers have edited things to allow it, it will be the biggest Super Bowl of all time.
Yes.
And still probably compare to absolutely nothing. Whereas you were just saying that Taylor Swift saved movie theaters?
There's a writer's strike. There's a Screen Actors strike. So many of the movie theater, like the big Hollywood teams, said, you know what, we're going to
Studios,
hunker
yeah.
down. We're going to push off certain content to the following year. Things that I was a little excited for, to be honest. Like, we're talking about a Ghostbusters follow-up.
Dune Part 2?
Yeah. Those movies alone I was excited for. And these studios said, we're pushing them. So Taylor said, this is my moment. This is my opportunity. Have you seen the videos of people in these movies?
Like dancing, standing up, singing along. It's an event. It's like they're at the concert.
Could you imagine going to another movie? You're going to go see Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning over in this theater, and all you can hear is this thumping of teenagers, gays and theys, just pounding with Taylor Swift enthusiasm. Not each
What
other.
are they doing in there?
Pounding.
What kind of theater am I at? They closed those down in the 80s, I'm pretty sure.
T Swift can do whatever she wants.
It's not something I wish to see. But I thought you were going to say, like, can you imagine going to Tom Cruise Dead Reckoning and standing up and, like, people jumping from the balcony every time Tom Cruise does a stunt? Crowd surfing.
The crazy thing is like, we went to Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
There were cheers.
Opening night.
There was
Yeah.
enthusiasm. It was loud and exciting. That was the theater experience that I wanted. This was way more than that.
I'm no longer surprised. Everything is on the table. You could tell me that Taylor Swift created an audiobook, and if I just saw people literally like dancing down the street, I would not be surprised.
Did you hear what it's estimated she made just from this tour?
The tour that she's on that still goes for another year.
Just the
On the
U.S.
rest of the
leg.
world?
She not the world
No.
tour.
I'm
New
guessing
York
at
Times,
least
I think,
$5.
at least. So it's estimated that this movie cost Taylor paid out of pocket $10 to $20 million. And that is just like a hiccup of the money she made from the tour. It's estimated that she brought in $4.7 billion, the largest ever in a concert series of all time.
Does that mean she's a billionaire now, and we have to hate her?
She's been a billionaire. She's the one
Do
that
we-
we don't have to hate her.
Do we now have bad blood with T Swift?
If you were my wife, you would say that everybody is a cult. All of these people that go to the show She's like, I don't understand. Why would you ever love something this much? It's overwhelming to me. And all I think is, you don't even know. You don't even know.
You show your bracelet and be like, this is why I'm part of a community.
You would never be loved this much.
Well, Willie, I will say this. This is the one caveat that we can end on. She didn't show up in Minnesota. She ghosted me. I said, you're invited to the show. I'm pretty sure that's actually why she didn't come. But
do we have a restraining order?
Was at the
do
next
I need to
game.
call the lawyers?
She was at the next game. She was like, fuck you, Minnesota. I'm Taylor Swift. I went on her schedule. I looked. No tour dates. She was on a break.
She's not allowed to have days off.
That's right. When you're like this close to godhood, you need to be performing all the time.
Listen, I don't get it. Does she think she's really that hot that she can skip out on this cold season? That is ridiculous.
I mean, to a lot of people is. And if you want to be hot, or at least noticed this Halloween season, have we got some costumes for you? Willie here, I have a list of this season's spooky, whatever you want to go by, hottest or maybe the weirdest costumes. Guess what the number one is?
I saw one costume. I'll save it for later. The number one costume, Travis Kelce.
And T-Swift. Couple costume. Of course.
Get out of here.
This
I go as T-Swift.
I've said it before. I'm going to be Travis.
Yep.
Okay. Next week our Halloween episode where we get to dress up?
Yes.
I think it is.
Should it be?
Yeah. Probably. I think that's going to be the one.
Yeah, it is. Haha.
All right. Tune in next week, folks. Especially watch us on our YouTube.
But
like
keep watching right now.
Of course.
Keep watching, listening
Keep
right
going.
now.
Keep
That's
going.
not
Yeah,
Scott telling you to go away. Stay here.
Nope. This isn't the end. But we get to dress up. Last year I was a hot dog. Willie was, of course, the most American thing, a gun. And
What?
you were the Top Gun.
Oh, that's right. I was.
But if you want to be cool/sexy, you can be a Bud Light.
Ooh, woke. What does a Bud Light look like?
It's just you inside of a can, which I think is where you are after you drink a bunch of Bud Light anyway. Have you ever wanted to be sexy Ronald McDonald?
Always. Dude, come on. When you were in college, did you go walk around campus and like see all the sexy ladies walking around in like next to nothing, or were you in the Bible
The first
Belt?
year. I was closer. Yeah. I went to good old Southwest State University. There was no shortage of people in skimpy costumes. And I didn't have one, so I just went to Walmart and got myself a bag of chicken, went back home, sat alone.
Did you cover yourself in grease and call yourself
Dirty
Daddy?
boy.
You're a dirty boy. You're so dirty.
You know what my favorite costume on this list is?
I haven't even looked at the list.
Have you looked at the list? I sent
No.
you the link a long time ago. Look at it.
I didn't know if I was allowed to. I didn't know if I was allowed to look.
Yes. There are a couple group costumes which are my favorite on here. There is a before, during, and after you go to the bathroom trio costume. That is a toilet paper roll, an empty toilet paper tube, and you can probably guess, a poo.
Turd.
Not the guy from The Simpsons.
Oh my God. I like the surprised but pixelated flasher.
Yeah, that's going to be a popular one, I think. I think we should have probably done that. We should have done that a little more research before we picked out our costume.
I feel like, as I'm looking at all of these costumes, that there are some missed opportunities. Like, it almost feels like when you watch a Halloween movie and they do a shot of, like, the dancing scene, because they always seem to do that, it's like the most generic things. Like, you have a mummy, you've got a vampire. Like, you can't take any content that, like, sexy caution tape costume.
That's, yeah, I think...
A hammer.
Some of them are weird, but maybe the winner would be the Price is Right costume. It's a 4-pack of the boxes that you just wear over your shoulder, sling over. Maybe it's like a belt or something, and it's got 4 people that have different various guesses on it, and it's got the $1. How cool is that?
Didn't Bob Barker die this year? Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably why it's going to be super popular. It's an ode to the old.
Do you like when people dress up their pets?
As long as the pets are cool with it. Some you can really tell are embarrassed, and they do not enjoy it whatsoever.
There's kind of this generic thing where I also think that you're going to see a lot of Barbie and Kens, Mario and Luigi's,
Magic 8 Balls.
I went as 4 years in a row because I was too lazy to make a new one.
Sexy red super plumber.
No, I went as Johnny Depp from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh yeah, I saw that picture at your wedding.
Oh, that was there. That was
Billy
just
had
me
really long
cosplaying
hair.
as brunette Taylor Swift.
Dressed up as a slutty pirate.
Now, Scott, some people might think that T Swift is hot, but could you imagine? Could you imagine her as an animated character?
I may or may not have been to that website.
AI's a little weird, but also, you know what else is weird?
What?
I won last week's game of Subjective. What happened? Is this?
That's your wedding present. That was your wedding present from all the lurkers who you accosted a few weeks prior. There you go.
And I'll do it again.
You won. There. Are you happy? I hope you pick a really good topic this week.
Yes, now we get to get sexy, because this week's game of Subjective, hottest female cartoon characters. There is absolutely nothing offensive about this. Losers say what?
Shoot. With my very first pick of the thing that will get us canceled, I'm going to go with Princess Jasmine.
I'm going with Disney's Rapunzel.
You would. You totally
Voiced
would.
by Taylor Swift.
All right. Let's see here then. I'm going to go for number 2, Belle from Beauty and the Beast.
I get what you're into. There's no objections to this one. Jessica Rabbit.
Traditionally, I like to get weird for number 3, so I'm going to go with Ariel from The Little Mermaid.
Scott likes it fishy. For mine, I'm going with the internet's favorite, big dumpy mom, Elastigirl.
Dang it! I was hoping I could sneak that one in. I'm going to choose Esmeralda from The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
That is a wonderful choice. My number 4 is Misty from Pokemon.
Ooh, that's real good. Real good. And disturbing, but with my final pick, I'm going to choose... Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm saying this. Tinkerbell from Peter Pan.
You're sick. You're disgusting. How dare you? You just want to recreate that scene from season 2 of The Boys. I know. For my final choice, if it says anything about my childhood, Kim Possible.
All right, we are definitely on a list now. But you lurkers get to pick who has the best list. Go on our socials, vote. They'll be on probably the day before the show drops. And I guess you're now coming to the show to find out who you picked and who is the winner. Oh, we're so sorry. I'm so sorry, Larry.
Sorry, Mom. All right, you lovely lurkers, to end this week's comeback episode, which might be a long episode. We might find out. It's time for another exciting round of Scott Smart or Outsmart. Scott, are you ready?
Let's the letter F go.
Here's how the game works, you lovely lurkers. I've got 5 tricky trivia questions for Scott. For each question that he gets right, he is one step closer to the final answer. Because here's the twist. All the answers have a connection. Scott, if you win...
If I win, Willie has to go to a store of my choosing, buy an outfit, and make a video for our content.
But if you lose, on Halloween,
Aw, man.
you have to call and order us pizza. And you have to say the word daddy a minimum of 5 times.
Oh my God. Help, I'm in trouble.
Here we go. What shape can be defined in geometry as an equiangular rhombus?
Is that a square?
Correct.
Right.
Question number 2. TP-Link's Archer and Netgear's Nighthawk are examples of what type of networking device?
Is that a router?
Correct. Question number 3. Horror director James Wan made his debut with what 2004 movie about 2 prisoners chained up in a bathroom?
Is it Saw?
Correct.
Okay.
Number 4. Under what shortened name did rapper Stanley Burrell release his 1991 follow-up album, Too Legit to Quit?
That would be MC Hammer.
Correct. Final question. What cocktail is called a vodka and orange in the United Kingdom?
It's a screwdriver.
And with that, I gave you an easy one to start, Scott, because you've been so screwed over. What is the connection?
These are all tools.
Just like your mom.
Ah!
No, that's so mean. No, I don't mean that. I didn't mean it. Oh, man. Okay, well, it looks like I get to go to a store of your choosing and buy an outfit.
Look out, Mall of America. Here we come.
Oh, no. That's our show, you lovely lurkers. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Please rate and review wherever you lurk.
Remember, let's be kind to one another out there, and we will see you this weekend.